Alright guys, welcome to this video. I'm just going to run through Friday's price action, Monday's price action. There was a short opportunity and just my outlook for EU. So on Friday, come to the charts. This is what I had for my setup, and this is my next demand zone that I'd be looking to take longs from. And we had this internal break of structure here. This low that put in the high is now been taken. So this was my thoughts Friday, going to come up into here. This POI sweeps liquidity, causes a break of structure. So then Friday I was looking to short and take all this liquidity into this demand. And just going to share my swing points, because I have, this is a swing high and this is a swing low, and some people may have this one and this one, and there's nothing wrong with that either. However, for myself, if I was to think of confluences why this wouldn't be my swing point and why it would be, it always and why it wouldn't be. There's no strength in a break here, there's no candle close, there's no footprint to show that the money's been pumped in and we've not breaking, with clear conviction that the buyers are in the market. We've reacted to a higher time frame POI to the left, and then we're on a 4 hour and 15 minute showing bearish intentions. So this is why I've left my swing points here and here, and I would need this low to go for my bias completely to change from the higher time frame trend to bearish. So look, if we break this major structure here, we broke this major structure here, and then look at all the candles after the break showing intentions to be bullish, and then after what happens, we get one candle pulling back and then bullish price action. So yeah, for me there's no strength to call this my high and low, even though if we broke this, I would definitely be looking to continuing with shorts until we got more bullish price action. But that's just the reason behind my swing high and swing low. And if you do have this, there's nothing wrong with that either. Trading is very subjective, and everyone's going to be slightly different. But building confluences is great. So this is my 4 hour story. Let me show the 1 hour. So on Friday I had this, let me just get rid of this now. My POI needs to sweep liquidity, cause a break of structure. Of course I look for this on the 15 minute, this is just going through this just now. And then if we take it from this high to this low, because this is the most recent leg I'm looking to trade, we are in premium. Look right on the edge, and we have a, not a 1 minute refine, but we have a refine zone, 2-3 minutes I'll flick through and see what looks clean. And right on the edge here we have this refine zone. So number one, liquidity sweep. Number two, what does this POI do? It takes the liquidity and it causes this low to fail, so we get our 4 hour market shift from this POI. Then we're in premium, and if we go from the higher time frame leg, we are in premium. And let's go to the 15 minute. If you have strong confluences to take the trade, and then it's you've got a winning trade, it's great. If you've got a losing one, that's when to try and avoid the mental emotions, because you've got all these confluences, and sometimes that's just the way price moves. We can't be right all the time, but just trying to avoid the mental damage. So not just buying and selling for the sake of it, but having confluences to take your trades. So yeah, the 15 minute, I was seeing these wicks sweeping liquidity, and of course we've come into a range here, so you could have a supply change starting here. But the main reason we sweep liquidity, we cause this low that put in this high to fail. We have our break of structure. It's a 4 hour market shift, so strong, and we're in premium. So there's my 15 minute rules met. And what is the thing I like to see is liquidity to take on entry, and this liquidity is tapped to POI. It's even better, it's not far away, it's right on the POI, where people are going to look to sell here, and we're going to wait for Asia highs to get run, because this is liquidity, and then we're looking to trade from here. And you can, let me use this, sorry, this is going to be the liquidity zone, the Asia highs, and look, Asia's just come down like this. So for Friday I was looking for to come sweep up, looking to trade something like that from this 1 minute refined, or the other entry of just coming up and then getting our bearish candle from the refined zone and then selling. putting in a new lower low with internal structure. But we didn't get that price action on Friday. And then I'm going to show you this, the power in sticking to your rules and maybe your zones, because if you were on them 1 minute on Friday and you follow this strategy, or you know the way it is, we get, look, this demand here gets respected, fails to put in a high, comes back down, we get our market shift within here. You could definitely be trading from here, and look, you would have got a sell. But the way I was seeing this is, if I've not hit my POI, I'm seeing this as early sellers, and then what happens? We come up and we take everyone out, or break even. So yeah, I wasn't interested. I just had my alert set on my zone, and I was waiting for it, but we didn't get it, so it is what it is. Went about my weekend. So, but yeah, so we actually reacted from there. Nothing on Friday. We break this low, so I'm still seeing this, you know, this is a new low, and this really does is its internal structure, so it is a high. So coming into here, you could still take your 1 minute refined zone selling when a bearish candle hits the blue refined POI. But yesterday I was waiting for my conservative entry of demand showing that it's been taken by supply, and I was looking to sell. That's what I was looking for, but it never happened. But there was a nice sell if anyone took it. We'll go through it just now. Just because of blowing through all these highs, when I looked at the 4 hour and 50 minute, it looked very bullish, and it was Monday. So I just wanted to get a nice market shift with price action, then it was way out my trading hours, so it didn't happen for me. And when I look at my losses, it's a lot of the time, you know, I'm in my dead zone, I'm trading outside my hours, and you know, I'm trying to force a trade. So once it hits 5 PM, I'm closing my laptop and I'm away. So this is starting to come into Monday, and yeah, all this was left from Friday. Price action comes in, sweeps the liquidity from here. So hopefully it's not went too far in front. So yeah, you can, you know, once you start to get your bearish candle closure, depending where you want to put your stops, you can use it right on the edge of the zone to be safe or whatever. Yeah, that's not important just now, but you could go for what I normally go for 5R, but on this I would have probably left some partials to the low, seen this as a weak low, you know, taking out all this liquidity from here, reacting from the POI that caused a 4 hour market shift. There's a good chance we're going to come down and put in a new low from here. But I told you I was waiting for, you know, a last point of demand. And then let's go for it. I'm not actually went through this too much. You see the time, look 6 o'clock, it's way outside my hours, I'm not here. This happened just before coming up into here, and then I was wanting a market shift to happen. The other entrants in the trade recaps with the last point of demand, like demand failing and trading from what caused that, but it didn't happen. But the trade ended up playing out, and I think if you trade in New York, you would have got another opportunity because price come back. But yeah. Sometimes happens, can't catch them all. Let's see what this looks like in the lower time frame. Yeah. Not the cleanest, to be honest, but if you sold from this refined zone, the power and strength of the refined zones is nice. You could start to look at this as your last point of demand. Goes up, fails to put the highs, come back down. And it's nice when it takes all this liquidity. But I'm not going to run for this entry now, try and keep the video short. It's just to show you what price action, TP would have got hit. And what price is doing now? Yeah, more bearish price action. This is my next area that I'll be interested on. I'd want a 15-minute realignment with the higher time frame. So the 15-minute 4 hours aligned. But yeah, that was what happened Friday and Monday for me. So if anyone caught that, well done. What I want to go through as well is confluence with trades. I've wrote it out somewhere. Let me go with the higher time frame, because some people might wonder why you would take sells or anything like that. But this is just going to help with psychology. What would be the confluences for you to short? 4 hour structure, 4 hour internal structures bearish. So give a market shift here. We're in premium of the leg, of the higher time frame leg. We've got liquidity to take on entry. We've got a refined zone in here. The POI was made during the New York session. So this POI here was made during a New York session where all the volume is. So obviously you could get your supply chain continuing. POI swept liquidity and caused a 4 hour market shift. And that would go into, my next one. If people was to trade from this POI, the reason I wouldn't trade from this POI is it going to go from here sometimes? It might, but most of the time it's going to run it. If we look, say, at this price action, it plays out here, but majority of the time it's not going to. Reason why it got sellers in and then come back up to take everyone out. But why it's a strong to trade from here, this POI caused the 4 hour market shift. Then we've come in, we're going to induce sellers, get sellers in the market, so then we could take, so the market could take them out and then continue with the trade move, because it needs liquidity, it needs fuel to continue from where it wants to go. There's no one selling. There needs people to be buying and selling to use as liquidity. And this POI hasn't done anything. It's not caused any break of structure. So for me, I'm not wanting to trade from here, because I'm seeing this as weak. It's going to come back and run it at some point. Here is a strong level. It's done something. It's taken liquidity and it's caused the 4 hour internal structure to start breaking. So it's going to start giving this price action. So just trying to build confluences, not just selling from random points. If you've got confluences and you take an L, you're not going to feel as bad mentally. So yeah, so I wanted to run through. And then price looked very bearish there, doesn't it? Yeah, coming into this zone, having all this liquidity here. Of course this is the zone I've got marked up, but you could always take the whole range. This is a demand range, so it's nice. I'll be waiting for a 15-minute realignment from this zone, just to confirm it's going to be coming back to bullish. If you're taking a 1 minute in here, you're against 4 hour and 15-minute internal structure. So I'd rather go with the higher time frames. The higher the time frame, the stronger it's going to be. So if you're, a 1 minute and all this is 4 hour, 15-minute daily, you could be on the wrong side. Even though this is the higher time frame trend is bullish, if we get a 15-minute realignment, this is going to start adding all the confluences again, and you can start adding all of this reasons to be taken a buy. Higher time frame trend is bullish. We're in discount of the leg. The 15-minute is aligned with the 4 hour, yada yada, and start adding your confluences to why you want to trade. More confluences, the more, higher probability it's going to be. Hope you enjoyed this video, and happy trading today. Catch you in another one.